What's up, everybody? It is Alex from Heavy New York here at Aftershock Festival 2022. We are here with Sam of Chevelle. Great to be able to talk with you, man. Thanks for being here.
Well, we're happy to do anything with the name Heavy in it.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Happy to do anything with Chevelle in it. But you got your new album, Naritias, as you say. It's a made-up word. How did you pronounce it again?
Neuradius.
Neuradius.
Yeah.
Neuradius. Being that it has been quite a while now since we've gotten a brand new Chevelle album, did you just consider this picking up where you left off after the previous album, or was this meant to be kind of like a new beginning in a way?
I think everything's a new beginning. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know how to stack albums and have them, pertain to the last one. I mean, we're just writing music that you want to play every day, so it's definitely its own thing. I mean, it's hard to make an album have a theme anyway, because Pete's writing, he's writing about 12 different things, So, yeah.
Does the songwriting ever start off with like a preconceived idea in a way, or is there a lot of improvising involved?
So, basically, yeah, when it comes to him writing lyrics, he'll definitely have an idea. And he'll write about anything. It'd be something he read in the newspaper or online, rather. Something that like a documentary he was watching, something that happened in his daily life. Just try to write about those kinds of things and not about he, she, I, we, love, hate, et cetera, et cetera. Just try to do something different.
Yeah. And with a made-up word like Neuradius, what was the sort of like idea behind that? I mean, people make up words all the time. But
Nothing is real, and this is a simulation.
That's a really good meaning behind it.
It's probably true. It's
Very
likely true.
Very true. Now, I think there's a lot to celebrate in the Chevelle camp, especially because this year marks 20 years of Wonder What's Next, actually.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Kind of going back to that time period, I kind of want to go back a little bit, because I remember at that time you were touring with Disturbed on the Music as a Weapon tour with Taproot and Unloco.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember that lineup. I was in second grade, so I couldn't go. But but what was the sort of thought process behind the making of Wonder What's Next, and how has the evolution sort of continued since then?
Well, we're always writing. Pete's always writing songs. So really, after we did Point Number One, those were just the songs that we were working on after that. So the record company that we were on for Point Number One folded, and we were kind of stuck in like a litigation kind of thing there, because there was no label yet. They still wanted more albums. So we just kept writing while we were in that litigation, and those were the songs that came out of it. So when we went and did a couple of showcases for some labels, Epic Records was one of them, played a few of those songs, and we got signed on those songs. So really it's just about the process of just you keep writing, and you pick out the songs that are going to be on that record. Yeah. So I don't think there was really a plan for it. It's just that's the songs that we had when we got signed.
And I've noticed too that Chevelle has played with like a variety of different bands, because like 1 minute, like people associate you because of that Disturbed tour with maybe like the new metal scene, but like I've seen you with like a bunch of hard rock bands as well,
and that's okay.
And stuff. So like I'd imagine throughout your career you've played in front of many different types of audiences as well, right?
Yeah, only the European stuff you play in front of more audience. I think that they do a little bit more. It's not just rock or whatever. You get kind of like a bigger selection of kind of music, so you play in front of a wider selection of fans. Whereas in the U.S., the festivals are more focused, like a rock festival, a country festival, a pop festival. So it's nice to be able to play in front of people that don't know your music too, but at the end of the day, the best shows are in front of people who do know your music.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you play at a variety of different venues as well, too. Like I saw you at Irving Plaza, but now you're playing at a festival like this. Has that got a completely different vibe as well?
Completely different vibe, yeah. And really balls hot.
Yeah. You could say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when it comes to playing live, is there at all maybe a similar energy in your live presence as you are when you're in the studio? Or do you consider like songwriting or in the studio a completely different mindset than when you're playing on stage?
It's completely different. I mean, playing live that's where your passion is. That's where the songs come to fruition. To be able to play them in front of people, I don't know what to compare it to, but that's what you always are working towards. So that is like scratching a major itch when you're being able to play those songs live. The studio is fairly stressful, and it's a lot of work, but it's good because but it's I'm trying to remember what the phrase is for when you're thinking about something and you're focused on it, and it just gives you like decision. I can't even think of it. I'm completely falling apart.
No, it's all good.
So in the studio, when you're writing, you're constantly coming up with creative ideas. That is like a brain blocker. So being able to play that stuff live is the total opposite of that. You're just flowing, you know.
Well, I like having this little trick question because, when you're playing live, it's obviously a great experience and stuff, but you are taking the songs that you wrote for an album and you're replicating them live.
Yeah.
So is there anything remotely creative about playing live?
I think so. I think we've seen people who are terrible live, and we've seen people that are really great live, but really I don't know what makes it great, what makes it not great, right? I mean, being able to just play those songs exactly the way they are, sometimes that's awesome, and I prefer that sometimes, and then other times I see people just sort of ad-lib on stage, and it's even better. I think the one thing that doesn't make a difference is telling people to get their hands in the air. Like, it's a little easy. That's okay. I don't care if somebody does it, but I'm just saying that I don't think that's part of the live show, right?
Yeah.
Because anybody can do that.
Yeah. When I saw you guys live, you just created a different reality. I saw you at Irving Plaza, but it wasn't at Irving Plaza. I was in another zone with Chevelle.
Yeah. Well, we have this thing where if we have a 90-minute set, we're going to put as many songs into those 90 minutes as we can. So we go bang, 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 song to song to song, because you're there to hear music, and that's what we do. We don't care about anything else. We just want to play the music. And that's why Pete doesn't really talk that much unless something happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
And because it's really just about the performance. That's where we get our fulfillment.
And it's definitely fulfilling on this end from watching you guys.
Good, awesome.
So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Is there just anything else with this new album that you would like to promote for this record cycle? Can we be expecting to see you guys on the road fairly soon?
Yeah, well, we have a whole bunch of music written now that we're trying to put together another record for 2023.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because that's what we do, right? You put music out, you write.
Yeah, but that's the quickest between albums.
Yeah, it would be fairly quick, but it'll be our first record in a long time, not with a major label, which it's just neither here nor there. Epic Records did a lot of good stuff while we were with them for a long time, but we're finished with that contract now. So now we're doing something different, and we'll see how different it is.
I can't wait to see what that sounds like.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, everybody. We are here with Chevelle, Aftershock 2022. This is Alex from Heavy New York. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, buddy.